Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for more Spice and Wolf. We are beginning season 2 of Spice and Wolf because last week we finished season 1 of Spice and Wolf, and so now we're on season 2. As previously noted at the end of the last video, this is actually made by a different anime studio entirely, although a lot of the staff seem to have carried over. This is a Brainsbase slash Marvy Jack production, the main of which seems pretty clearly to be Brainsbase. Although it still lists Studio Imagine as a producer, so don't really know what that means in terms of the staff. It was about a year and a half between the production and finish of Spice and Wolf Season 1 and the beginning of Spice and Wolf Season 2. I don't know much else beyond that. We know where we left off at the end of the last one, and there is also an OVA, which is titled either like Episode 00 or just the Spice and Wolf Season 2 OVA, but comes smack dab in the middle of the two seasons, and from what I've heard is useful for setting the tone of the second season. What that means, I also don't really know about. I assume that we're just going to be continuing journeys with Holo and Craft and going around to various towns, experiencing various things and doing stuff, and eventually, in the far future, potentially heading up north to where she wants to go, back to her homeland. Uh, 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 that's all I know. I know that we'll probably be getting a totally new OP, totally new ED, maybe new soundtrack entirely, given the switch of studios and all that stuff. Maybe some carryover things. I don't know. So, maybe there will be a lot to pay attention to in terms of changes in production, the way that the characters are designed and shot, and things like that. Still the same director working on the thing, so I assume it'll have a lot of carryover. Anything else? Is there anything else to talk about? Well, we know where we ended last season. One thing that I'm not clear on and just don't know is how the season end lined up with the like volume ends of the light novel, or novel. I just don't know how they line up quite. Whether this was like the end of a major volume and the end of a major arc and intended to be an ending point, it felt like one. And whether we'll be getting super different things coming next time, and or like a reintroduction of the characters, or what. I don't know. But I'm excited to give this a shot, get started on it, and we are going to be starting with the OVA. So this first video will be Spice and Wolf Season 2, Episodes 0 and Episode 1. Because the OVA is supposed to be useful for setting the tone, and that's what we want to do. So, I think without further ado, let's go ahead and dive on into it. I am once again using the Nep Blanc version of the Blu-ray disc rips, with the CTR subs, I believe. Japanese audio track, English subs, all that jazz. So if you want to sync up the exact same copy, that's how you would do it. So let's go ahead and dive in. I will have two versions of this reaction video up. You can find a picture-in-picture version with the video up there in the corner, linked down there in the description, and a timer-based version up on YouTube. If you would like to sync up your own copy of Spice and Wolf Season 2, Episode 0, or the OVA, or however you find it, you can totally do that. Just get it ready, because there will be a beep beep timer to count you down. And was there something else that I wanted to mention? Oh yeah, discussion will only be on the timer-based version because upload times and stuff makes that a lot more efficient than any other way of doing it. So that's the way it'll be. So if you want to watch the picture-in-picture version, go ahead. That's why I put it up. But if you want discussion and stuff, come back here to YouTube for the timer-based version where there will be discussion and stuff. Cool, cool. Spice and Wolf, Season 2, Episode 0, OVA, beep beep timer. See where we are. See what we're doing. All right, we are hanging out in a tavern. In one of the private chambers. Seems like it. Are we staying at this tavern? Oh, we're eating at the tavern. Gotcha. With friends. 4 people? 5 people? Oh, hi, Nora. Oh, hi, Horo. Also, Enek. Oh, only 3. Okay. I guess I see the 3 chairs. I just thought there were more bowls with the big bread in them. This is a very charming way to start an episode. I mean, I'm not a fan of the instrument on display here, but okay. Okay, Horo. Not happy about the shepherd at the table. The the cute shepherd because she's cute. I see. Craft looks a little bit less hard-edged. Just slightly softer around the chin. Yeah, you'd be kind of dead, bro. Cut to hollow glaring. Yup. No, he's still got the sharpness. Alright, you two get a room. Ha 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 ha. Opportunity knocked. Still haven't cut to Hollow's face. Indeed. Nope. Still obscuring. How would I do that? I mean... Huh? Hmm. Mm. Mm. Gotta love a good tri-tip. Passive aggressive hollow. I love tracking conversations back. Salt licks. Hmm? Cover people in salt and then they lick away their flesh. Oh. Oh, I can feel it. Oh, I can feel it. Yeah. But then to the bone. Ha. Ha. Yeah. I'm with Hollow on this one, just like, maybe shepherds. Yeah, Nick's a good boy. Can I get some meat, please? Thank you. Nice. Hey, don't glare at me. I think we've seen you get drunk real fast before. Good night, Hodo. Hmm. Just endless immortality. Comparatively, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Hangover. Oh. Okay. Cause you're in love, girl. So, tone setting, eh? Yes, I am the ready to strike. Mm-hmm. So, tone setting, eh? I am pleased. Mm-hmm. Fair point. He cares about ya. A lot. Like a lot. Huh? Hmm. Hmm. Yep. Yeah. Hey. Mm. Hmm. Huh? Ah, kissing. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, good. They're keeping this track. Dream. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. With the jacket over her. Ugh. Mm. Oh, Jesus, she's too cute. You can get big. You go full wolf, eat a lot. Bastard. Halakawa like. Oh boy, humors, eh? Sure. They're like a large portion liquid. Oh, it's not true. It's fitting for the time. Now that sounds good. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What? Uh-huh. Wrapped around his finger. Wrapped around her finger, I should say, sorry. Oh. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Choices. And they're gone. He'll die. She won't. Oh, Jesus. And a wall, a barrier. You can't go back. If you choose him, you lose him, and you can't go back. Shit. Okay. Hmm. Sure are. You're a blockhead. Stay. Hmm. More of the same. Hmm. No. Nope. 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 Pay more. Don't talk to her. Aw, Jelly Hollow. So jelly. Where to milk? Hmm. You're going to. Go for it. Hmm. Interesting question. Sheep. Cute. Very much like Anik, just like, I'm pleased that you're pleased, but I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Wolf and Amber Melancholy. I wonder if this is the real ED. That's different. Is she going to get a little fox pet? I think she's gonna get a little fox pet. Okay. Hey. Okay. The inadvertent rift. Cool. Okay, this was a really, really cute episode. If this is setting the tone for what's to come, then I'm expecting a lot more focus on the interpersonal relationship between Kraft and Horo, which, I mean, frankly, has always been the strongest part of the show, as far as I'm concerned. So great, good, wonderful. Um, Not much that's like noticeable in terms of change or improvement or massive differences in animation or direction or anything like that. Again, kind of to be expected given that it's the same director and a lot of the same staff working on the show. But I was curious to see how much would change moving from studio to studio. Um, Seems like not a lot. One thing that is noticeable is the frequent use of like visual metaphor or actually cutting away to mind's eye type stuff when characters are expressing things, especially with Hollow. Like we see that sequence there with the story that Kraft is telling, and we see a similar one when Nora is talking about sheep licking rocks and then sheep trying to lick her hands when she eats salty dried meat, right? As well as flashing through memories and also things that we haven't seen from what would be almost the equivalent of previous lives for Horo. But the moments where we like flash to her in wolf form in this sort of sleeping position and then to her in reality in the same position, which is just cutest. Uh like I'm so ready to pounce. Uh-huh. Yep. But then there are other things, and I think the mm, most potent sequence is where we get the two of them meeting in this field and the warmth and wonderfulness of being with Kraft, right? In visual metaphor. And then we get a very similar scene except in the cold of home. Uh yeah, here. And a pretty straightforward visual metaphor of choice here. As she looks, she sees her kin, essentially, other gigantic wolves, potentially deity-esque, um, and looks one side, there they are, looks to the other side, their Craft is. And before, when there was nothing else, when there was no opportunity for choice, she immediately ran to Craft. And she does the same here, but there are repercussions to doing so. When she gets there, he's already dead. And I mean, this is pretty easy to read into. She's an immortal being. He is not. If she chooses to run toward him, he will eventually die. She will remain ageless and watch him fall. Eventually to disease or sickness or just pure old age. it's not meant to be forever. He won't be around forever. She can revel in it for now, but it will end. And it's quite possible that when she turns away like that, she may not be capable of turning back. And that's this barrier between her and the wolves behind. And I really like the aesthetic of this whole sequence. It's pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward, it says what it needs to, it reads clearly, it's nice. I'm also kind of curious as to whether this door is CG. I don't think it is. I can't tell. I don't think it is. All in all, an episode that was full of the cute as fuck banter that I love about this show, and some kind of wonderful moments. Some ridiculous sort of folk medicine things that are silly, and some of which are like the dead opposite of what you should do during a fever. Uh, like eating cold things during a fever is maybe not the best idea, because you want to keep your body warm so it doesn't continue to overheat too much. Yeah. But okay. Yeah, fine. Sure. Cool. Shitload of cute hollow moments. Bunch of cute craft moments too. Jealous hollow here in the beginning in the tavern in the inn was kind of wonderful, and the fact that we stay away from cutting to her, genuinely like excluding her from frame, until we see this scene where she's still obscured by the hanging light in between, and then eventually she enters into the fray and gets very drunk very quickly because she is already ill. Yikes. There are a bunch of other cute little things, like Nora the shepherd eating with her hands, eating meats with her hands. It's pretty cute, and Kraft getting all flustered because of it is also pretty cute. Salt lick rocks and other stuff. Other thing that I liked, and it was actually the only thing that I really wrote down, was this this difference, and really it's the core reasoning why she's enjoying her time with Lawrence beyond like caring about him, is that every day that she's traveling with him, she sees and experiences new things. And for an immortal being to remain in the same place is like time becomes irrelevant. Every day, every week, every year, every season is essentially the same, just barely enough variation to differentiate between them, and it all just sort of compacts into the time before. And then when she's actually going places, these are events that she can remember and care about, and actually feels like she's alive. So that's pretty cool. I also really liked the line of about like being reborn every day, because it sort of makes sense. It's just good writing, I think. Pretty solid. Pretty solid, pretty cool stuff. If this is the tone that we're going to be taking for the rest of the season, I'm quite excited for it. There's a little bit more of, I wouldn't call it like experimental or anything, but there's a little bit more. There are a few more interesting choices of camera angle and changing things up. It's a bit less flat in terms of direction than the previous seasons have been, and it's helped immensely by these cutaways to mind's eye stuff. But even in the sequences where they're just sitting, like it's a little bit more visually interesting, and I think that's just a matter of budget. Like not having to reuse the same cuts during a conversation as much, and being able to do a little bit more with what they've got is kind of wonderful and kind of cool, and it works. Yeah. So, if this is the intro to the first season or the second season, then this was good, and I like it, and I hope that it stays on this train for a little bit. I'm sure that there will still be plenty of adventuring and going places and seeing things and doing stuff, but we'll have to see what those consist of and how much of the story time they take up versus conversations between Horo and Kraft. She did kind of at one point, I don't remember where it was, but when she was talking about like we have an argument in the morning and then make up by lunch and then do stuff, it's kind of the formula for a lot of the episodes, unless they're stuck in an arc. they'll have like an argument and a conversation in the morning, and then they'll get somewhere and do something, and something will go interesting in the merchant world, and then they'll resolve whatever they were talking about in the morning by the end of the episode. It's kind of the formula. It's kind of nice. Yeah. There's also, I think there are more elements to her eyes now, at least in some of the scenes. Little bit more of these highlight dots, the reflections, and then this underneath. It's kind of cool. We'll see how that's maintained. Character designs are for the most part the same. I did think that Craft had gotten a little bit softer around the chin, but only in the very first scene where we actually cut to his face. There, yeah, he just looks a little bit rounder on the chinny area, but that quickly changes a little bit later, and he becomes a little bit more squared. Yeah, cool. This was a cool OVA in-betweener episode. If I remember correctly, at the end of the last season, we saw them like riding off into the sunset, just Hollow and Craft. So I assume we're leaving Nora behind in her town and moving elsewhere. I don't know. Let's see. So I will take a quick breaky thingy and do a sinky thingy, and then I will come back for episode 1 proper of Spice and Wolf season 2. So I'll see you in a moment for that. Peace. All right, welcome back. Ooh, just like had an almost yawn. Weird. We are good to go and all synced up and ready for Spice and Wolf season 2 episode 1. I can see the very first frame of the video, and it looks like the very first scene where Craft and Hollow met each other on his wagon, with a horse tied up in the background. So neat. I'm going to guess that is the beginning of the new OP, and I am excited for it because the first OP was fucking amazing, and I can hope that they live up to it. We'll see. Let's watch this episode. Spice and Wolf season 2 episode 1. English subs, Japanese audio, net blanc, CTR subs. That's the stuff. Beep beep timer. Okay. Under a river? Various locations. Some new characters. Ooh. I bet she's a villain. Who is this character? And dancing, another guild hall of some kind. Some boy. Some festival with effigies. Hey, lots of dancing. That's not that particular redhead, is it? Blue-eyed, blonde-haired, gender unknown. Is this the same scene? With the wolves and Craft? Yeah, it is. We don't hear her say Lawrence this time. Yeah. Hell of a way to start. It was a hell of a thing in the OVA, but just the start. Wow, okay. Ooh, that's pretty looking water. And it's moving. Okay, I had forgotten that was the name of her home. She mentioned it in the last episode, but I wasn't sure what it was. In the Yoit's way, that makes sense. Sure. Up. Okay, unexpected rift or unexpected crack. Like a rift between people? The comb? Tortoiseshell? Yeah. Fine. A. Hmm? Mm. Ooh, interesting. And the precise opposite. An anti-religious town. Okay. That's amazing. I wonder if that's the thing with the effigies that we saw in the OP. Ooh, festival food, finger food. How much money do we have? We sort of reset, right? Yes. Got him. Bullshit. Bullshit. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. You tried. Yeah, but tried. But yeah, it's the thought that counts. Okay, hold up. How can she not be your type? Look at her. Fair trade. All right. Aw. Selling wares on the street. I smell something. That's a lot of why. Oh, hello. Is that character? Yeah, with the big wheels? Yeah. Okay, it's already spoken for. Yeah. Hi. Okay. No, that's a good way to make some moolah. Hoping to. Ooh. Shit. Do they exist? Okay, they do. Oh, you too? Hey, what's up, buddy? Huh? What are you talking about? Spooky dudes in cloaks. Bear me. Yeah, your face. Your face is on your face. It's real pretty. Ha 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 ha. Of a sort. Eh. Eh. Painted trees. I see. Ah, two beds. Kinda good, kinda darn. Oh no. Little buddy. Oh, little buddy. Hold on. Stop laying it on so thick. This could be a problem. It's already a problem. Mm-hmm. Bit of a reverse of Nora, eh? Nails. For the festival? Something? Sure. Oh, what else do we have? Oh, her. The opposite of boring. Nice. Smooth. Oh. Rip. Good night, Holo. Oh? Oh. That's one drunk wolf. Nope, you're done. Have some. This is vodka, definitely not water. Hmm. And the journey would end. Ooh. What was that? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. She did. Oh. All right, business time. Wow, that is a big open air market. Fish, fish, chicken, chicken. Okay. Going with Bao instead of Chow. I see. Ah, Adele. I like him immediately. What a friendly face with a little puff of beard. Hmm. Hmm. The stack of quills behind. Oh, I've heard. Ah. Shit. You tried. Just having fun with it at this point. Nice. What? I was about to say, didn't we learn? But okay. His name is Runt? Hmm. Yeah, I would like to meet your Adele. I assume his wife. Yeah, still the dream. Maybe. You back to drinking again. Never learn. Any chance. Aw. Like an old married couple. Oh, scene from the. Yep. But not too much. We got a festival tomorrow. Hmm. Hmm. Ooh. Hmm. Hot springs. So a while. Yeah. Pretty rough directions. Yeah, no huge hurry. Hmm. Mm-hmm. 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 Right. That was a lovely ending scene. Okay, so this is the ED. I wonder what that little fox scarf in it is. That is one weird frame. Okay. Oh, that must be Adele? Call for the storm. Okay. This was a lovely starting episode. Like really, 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 really good. We will jump through this OP and check some stuff out. Because there's definitely some new things in this OP. I really like this scene. I don't know what it means symbolically, if anything, but the idea of her being asleep and underwater in a river that's flowing it's just a cool image. And then I think it fades away to no, it just cuts there. Okay, gotcha. To her in the moonlight. Then walking past all of these other towns, we come here. Oh no, that must be I think it's Adele. I actually don't remember. And then Lutz, who may be his son actually. And then she's rocking what looks like a cradle of some kind. That's cool. This is also a cool scene with all these books in this big old library or guild hall or somewhere, I don't know. And then we're shaking hands with this character, the sort of cloaked, masked character who we only see the eye of later, um, in front of docks, boats, and things. Then we see these two together. She looks villainous, but unknown. This character seems to be a character, old timer. And then his dreams sort of fade away, and then that character, the cloaked masked character, comes back. This guy with the big ass wagon wheels on his cart with the barrels of fish. Okay. Festival, dancing. I assume that's where we are now, given the painted whole trees and things. Cool, cool. And then dancing. We see this pair of people who I don't recognize. Looks like an actual nun and some young man under a fruit tree. Interesting. And then that's not Claire, is it? I don't think so. It could be, but I don't think it is. She's got the red hair and the braid. Nom nom, nom nom, with the jacket over her. Cute. And then we see this character on a boat, and then we get this like little flash of an eye that seems kind of, well, it definitely seems feminine now that I look at it. But it seems kind of villainy, but unknown. I mean, most of the female characters that we've met so far have been antagonistic with Hollow, or she's been antagonistic toward them, Nora. But okay, and then we repeat that scene from the OVA, or vice versa. I'm not sure which direction it goes. That's cool. And then we sort of do some bantery setup and some super cuteness and some awesomeness. Again, we've got this increased like existence of these cutaway scenes to show what they're talking about, like soaking bread in water to make porridge and it being kind of awful. It's great. And jokes about, yeah, she jokes about not sleeping in a bed, and he's like, well, that's okay, because you're not my type, and just the shock and horror. Oh god. And then she teases him about being her knight, or trying. It's great. And then we arrive into this bustling town getting ready for a festival, and we meet this young man named Fermi Amarty. Okay. And he is instantly just dumbstruck by Hollow. To be fair, I mean, yeah, sure. Understandable. But oh, poor kid. Oh, poor kid. Good luck, buddy. But he's also very clearly a very he's a very intelligent businessman for a young man. For sure. Okay. And we are in like the opposite of Lubenhagen. Lubenhagen? I think that's right. The town that we were just in that's highly religious and focused on religious things. This is a pagan only town, and they are not happy about people talking about religious things. And they have a lot of like dark cloaked people who seem to be enforcing that. Interesting. I wonder if this character is going to become mildly antagonistic toward them in some kind of ploy for Hollow's heart. I don't know. I just don't know. But he is just instantly, as I said, love struck. Yep, good businessman. And he's pacing nervously until she comes down the stairs and just like, ah, ah. And she's laying it on pretty thick because she knows exactly what's up. The scene where she throws a wood skewer up in the air and it skewers itself in the middle of a fucking wooden bowl. It's kind of awesome. Also a little terrifying. Okay, you idiot. Burning wine. Chug chug. Drunk drunk. And dead. Absolutely dead. Dead Hollow. But happy that he's taking care of her and all that jazz. So we meet this guy. In the continuing the tradition of really solid character designs for side characters that are going to matter a little bit and be talked to for a little while. This guy has got it. He's got the sort of square chin, the pretty big eyes, friendly, open, and this sort of puff of beard that's just great. It's just great. The little ponytail thing, a little strand of hair off on the side. Instantly, I like this guy. I don't know. It's cool. And then they speak some stuff that is sort of not Italian, but sort of ish. I don't know. I don't know what language it's meant to be based off of. It's just sort of an amalgamation, I think. It's nothing that I recognize, at the least. Then we get ourselves some nice banter, and Kraft uses even the bad experiences that he's had to make the negotiations go. He's like, yeah, I know about this armor thing that happened. Almost killed me, but that's happening down south. People up north aren't gonna be melting armor down for nails because they need all the firewood that they can get, and their neighbors would make fun of them if they were to waste all their firewood on melting down armor for nails. Don't do that. All right, and then Runt, his kid, I assume, and a little bit of a wistful look at the, aren't you going to be opening a bigger shop? Well, maybe. And we're really laying it on heavy with the Horo has decisions to make, Kraft has decisions to make. The decisions that they would have made before meeting each other would inevitably split them because he would stop traveling and she would go home, and we don't want that because we want the story to go on. We want their relationship to go on. And yeah. And it's kind of great. This moment where she grabs his pants with her toes and then jumps up on the bed and does this is great. I love this portion of it, especially where her hair sort of flies behind her and then floats there for a moment. It's great. Love it. Roads don't go straight, working out the logistics. It's kind of weird, kind of tough, not sure if he can get there, and it's also really sad because it would mean letting her go. You know, that's the whole conundrum here. That's the whole problem, and it's kind of scary. And we go to bed for the night, and the festival begins tomorrow. So we'll have to wait until next week to see how that goes and what it consists of and what this festival is all about. Again, I assume that the thing with the big old effigies and all that stuff is the deal. I wonder what Kraft is going to use the money that he just earned to buy next in order to try and trade up in the world. Don't know. And we also have a promise to go and meet with his wife, I assume, and have dinner with them. So that's good. That's cool. No real indication of where we're going with an arc here at the moment, but that's totally cool that we're in the starting episodes, and I don't expect to be getting hot and heavy into an arc at least until next episode. I do have a feeling it'll have something to do with the fish, the wheat seller who we just sold nails to, and potentially his merchant association, and most likely this boy who is now dumbstruck with love for Hollow. Interesting. Interesting. Also curious when and if we'll meet this fox character who is wrapped around her neck, scarf in it, or if that's just a visual thing for the ED. Given that the EDs have often shown us a whole shiteload of characters who we actually meet and know, I'm going to guess that it's going to be a character. It's going to be somebody or something. Let's see what else is in this ED when we first see the characters. So we get some kind of bookish guy, the character who we see on the boats, who is swaddled in cloths, the sort of vampire-ish looking woman who seemingly stays inside a lot, the old guy who's drinking, the younger girl who's pouring ale and being a barmaid of sorts, and this looks like the guy that we just met, who sells wheat. And then up top we have the kid, the other kid, the big dude who seems to be in some way like coupled with her because we see them together in the OP. I assume that's the same guy. And this looks like that nun character who was under the tree, but it's this guy who's doing a courtly bow to her instead of to Hollow. Okay, interesting. Lots of things and stuff. And then I guess we're going to be meeting this character. Okay, cool. In any case, I think that wraps up what I wanted to talk about for this episode. It's starting off pretty strong. Production is like maybe a hair more budget showing. Especially with certain scenes of Horo, like the one where she jumps up on the bed. There are a lot of really nice looking moments and a little bit more, I don't know what to call it, I guess confidence in the way that things are being shot and composed, but nothing that's super stand out as like, oh, they had double the budget or anything like that. It's just, it's a continuation, and that's a pretty good thing. Definitely seems to be more focus on their relationship at the moment, at least for the present, where we're setting up like the stakes and the whole goal of the show. But we'll see how that evolves over time. In any case, yeah, I think that's it for the episode. So I've been Teeaboo. This has been Spice and Wolf Season 2, Episodes 0 and 1. I hope you've enjoyed them as much as I have, and I hope to catch you next week where we will probably watch Episodes 2 and 3. See you there. Peace.